Hi students, I'm going to create one of the shape projects using an image of Audrey Hepburn that I have. So let's get started with my color image. I'm going to take that color image into Photoshop and under layers, double click, turn it to layer 0 so that it's no longer a locked background and I can manipulate it. Go to adjustments and I'm going to desaturate it, turn it to black and white. You can also simply go to image mode and choose grayscale if you'd prefer to do it that way. So that's a nice black and white image. I still have lots of detail. Next I'm going to bump up the contrast so that I can see more of the necessary features that I need to place. I don't want to like lose the edge of her ear, but I really just want to have some good pure blacks showing through. So I'm not putting in more detail than I need to. Okay, I'm pretty happy with this starting image just as it is. Go ahead and save this as black and white. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do in Photoshop. Moving on to Illustrator. Okay, I'm now opened up an Illustrator document and I will place my original image. You all will be placing the image that you created from your Sharpie drawing that you did. I am not doing the drawing phase of this. I am simply trying to show you all how I would go about this if this was a photograph or if it was my own Sharpie drawing. The procedure from here on out is the same. Okay, beginning with the pen tool, I'm just going to loosely trace around her head. Okay, and right now I have a black outline and a white fill, which I will change as soon as I get this kind of roughly placed in. I'm just kind of clicking and dragging around loosely in this area, and then I can go back and refine it later. This portion isn't really, getting her hair in isn't really precision. There are other areas that I need to be more precise on. Okay, and now I need to get rid of the fill. Okay, I'm going to wrap up her hair and come back and refine it in a few minutes. I'm being a little bit more careful and deliberate with the bang area. Okay, alright, I'll come back and refine that in a second. Okay, starting again, I'm going to work on her eye and go a little slower with my pen tool so I can kind of talk through that a little bit for you. For those of you that just need a refresher on pen tool, since I didn't do this at the beginning of this demo, I'll go ahead and start now. Obviously, if you click and then click, you're making a straight line. If you click and drag, then you get the direction handles that allow you to make curves. Okay. I just changed this so that there's nothing in the center, so I'm just creating outlines right now. I'm going to go ahead and click and drag on every dot so that I can get these curves as close to accurate as possible. I kind of flew through doing her hair, and I, of course, will have to go back and tweak some of that. But it was just a really large area, so it was easier for me to do that. This is a small area, so I can be a little bit more accurate. Okay, that's probably pretty good. Of course, it'll, I'll know better when I zoom out whether I made the correct paths or not. Go in here to the eye area. And I'm going to lay in her eyelid and then come back to do her eyelashes. Just simply because with this illustration, I just think it'll be easier. I can put the eyelashes on the level, or I'm sorry, a layer all to themselves. Okay, and actually let me redo that. Right here, you see this circle to the lower right of the pen tool that's showing that you're closing off that shape. When you close a shape, that allows you to be able to fill it in with a color. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and create a new layer and call this eyelashes. It's my preference that you work in layers. It helps you to be able to control your illustration a little bit better. I didn't for the first part, so I will need to go back and correct that myself. And I'll show you how to do that too, in case you've forgotten also. Okay, so here, I'm just going to start putting in these eyelashes. And again, we are working in black and white. No shades of gray for this assignment. Okay, just because we are working as a graphic translation. Alright, clicking and dragging. Now, if you watch, I click again to delete one of the direction angles so that I have a little bit more control over which direction the next file is going to go. I'm sorry, not next file. Next point. And just going back and forth, trying to let my points at the bottom of the eyelashes kind of sink into where the eyeliner would be, so that those don't have to be very clean. So kind of hiding under everything. And just extending out these longer eyelashes at the end of her eye. Now to make this a closed shape, I'm going to come all the way back around. So that is its own shape, which I can move around as I need to. Let me go ahead and do her eye, her pupil. And this should be a circle, so I'm going to go ahead and draw it in as a circle. Now, of course, we can tweak this as we need to. Might be a little big. Okay, and she has kind of a line here. I'm not sure if I will be able to represent that as well as I would like, but I know that these two little highlights can represent well. So we are going to make those white and make this black. We'll see how that does. Okay, I do need to add something at the bottom of her eye, so I'm just going to fill in this shape here and just keep it small and just a little thicker than a line, actually. It still has more dimension to it than a line. Okay, and that's all we're going to do for the eye at this point. I'm going to click. I'm going to put her background image, which I've locked, onto a separate layer, so I can turn that off and on as I need to check my work. Okay, so we're going to put that on that layer, move it to the back, and lock it.